There's so many sizes and flavor choices.
Black,
Flavor
white,
choices.
green, blue.
Ooh,
multi-color.
are there any purple? Rainbow deer.
Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video / podcast. I am here with your boy Lewis, Dan the man, you back, those two other guys.
Why not? Yep.
And
That's probably all
Hidoggi.
The side characters.
Wow. Side characters. Fuck you.
We have them in one single chat, and we just kind of like click on one randomly, and we're like, oh, well, you're in the podcast now.
I like how
That's how we
Hidoggi
do
didn't
it.
react to a single thing that just happened.
That's the
Hmm.
entire. That's our
He's not paying
entire.
attention
That's our
to
whole
stuff.
channel plan. We have a grab bag group of people, and we just randomly click on people, and we're like, here, this is the channel now.
So no particular faces are... You know what? Fuck you. I quit. Goodbye.
Next week we're gonna have Kanye West if we're lucky, but I'd have to manage to click on him.
That'd be like an argument
you
between you.
I...
Alright,
Buy
so
my merch. No. Why? You sell a ripped T-shirt for $90. I can make a ripped T-shirt for $5.
This episode we're talking about cancel culture. I can't English.
Cancel culture.
Yeah, no, Wes, you pronounced it wrong. You're canceled now. Sorry. Wesbrine
I'm
is over
offended,
party.
so I'm gonna file a complaint, and you're gonna get taken down from YouTube because I feel hurt because you made fun of the way I speak.
Susan Wojcicki is coming after you right now.
Season with Jicky.
She's sprinting, man. I can hear her. She just ran past my house at like Mach 1. She's coming to your door. She's gonna slap you with that.
Season with Jicky.
I don't know how to say her name, so Susan Jabberwocky.
Jabberwock.
This episode just went from a serious topic to a roasting session. Okay.
Sauce Gibberdam.
So, for those of you who don't know what cancel culture is, I think Dan can do the explanation pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking explainer.
Okay. Cause I'm in a different. Hold on, give me a sec.
Saying it.
Well, no, cause I just like took a small nap between eating breakfast and this, so like I'm still in that weird poo brain moment. But long story short, cancel culture is the act of anybody on the internet finding a specific thing that you've done wrong either recently or in the past and using it to throw everything out of proportion to make you look bad. Sorry about the hiccup. To make you look bad. So for example, say like 8 years ago when you thought that it was edgy to drop the N-bomb on Twitter and it's still on your Twitter thing, they go back and find it and then they bring it up when you're super successful, and then they come after your career because they're like, I'm not happy with my life, so I'm gonna ruin someone else's.
There's a possibility they can actually find deleted posts as well.
Oh yeah.
But that's if you're that's like elite levels of cancel culture. I was just giving you like the basic what it is. If you got some fuckboy who lives in a basement who wants to just dig around and fucking use all of their internet tools to find shit about you that you thought that you were safe from deleting.
Those gosh darn incels. Oh, fuck me.
The camera zooms into Josh, just kidding.
Hmm?
But yeah, so long story short, it's people using stuff that you said either in the past or even during the present to pretty much go after your career if you're an online personality or not. Sometimes they go after celebrities too, and it works, which is the sad part.
Well, it works more often with online personalities and celebrities. 90% of celebrities, as I've seen on statistics, actually have not been impacted by cancel culture.
Well, because they have actual, like,
Yeah.
lawyer teams and legal teams, and, you know, they got people that can protect them. Us online people, unless you're big, you're kind of just
Fucked.
a fucking easy low-hanging fruit for anybody that wants to fuck you over. which kind of sucks. No, it not kind of sucks. It sucks big time. It sucks the entire.
Bad.
Pretty sure though, PewDiePie has been hit multiple times, and he's still, you know.
But he's just so big. You don't
I
really
was
do
about to
shit.
say, yeah,
Yeah.
that's like throwing a stone at a titan. That thing's gonna turn around and backhand you into the stratosphere.
Mm.
If we
And-
got targeted though, we'd get fucked.
Yeah.
Like we'd just be done.
Like celebrities and PewDiePie are too high in level that if cancel culture were to go after them, there's not gonna be any impact. But if it's someone as small as us, or even in that million range, they could still get wiped out. Like I think the person
I
who
guess, yeah.
recently got targeted was around million something.
Yeah. Well, hell, we can even look at like some of the gaming community too. Look at the fucking Pro Jared thing that happened. He almost got wiped out of YouTube until he fucking pulled out receipts and was like, ah, wrong.
I agree.
I agree.
Yes, mm-hmm. Oh, dude, okay. Side note, even though this isn't related to what we're talking about, don't drink like 3 straight glasses of strawberry milk and then like think you're gonna be okay, because my stomach is like telling me that something's about to happen in the near future. It's forewarning me that a storm's coming.
So,
There's a
obviously,
storm.
we hit the most important stuff, but do you want to have an personal experience of whether it's your on your? Well, obviously, none of us have been hit by it, but like, if you've seen any creators get hit by it, you have any stories you want to explain of that?
Well, do we want one that's
recently?
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want recent stories or like ones that are still kind of big?
Either or.
I almost got cancelled on Roblox.
Jesus.
Damn.
Jesus.
Oh man, you ain't getting any of that hot robot puss. Man.
I have looked at some articles related to cancel culture, and apparently they've actually been active since at least 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. I'll participate in the thing, but
They won't be back for a while. He's gonna be in the.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
hold on. My older sister is here, and I am loud enough.
If you hear a bomb in the background, you know why.
Sometimes I think yell from the bathroom.
Fear scream as well.
Just hear his room shake.
One thing I want to mention is some people try to claim that cancel culture is a reformed version of the civil rights movement, which is the
Oh,
stupidest
fuck.
crap I've ever heard.
Oh fuck yeah! I saw that.
Jesus, Josh.
Oh,
That's a bit
Jesus.
appropriate.
Sorry, I fell over.
Fell over on what?
Aren't you always on a bed? How the hell do you fall over?
I don't know. Oh. I was trying to grab something and I just stacked it, so I went with it.
It's caught.
Wikipedia literally calls some online shaming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the article is of that, so.
But yeah, that fucking new civil rights movement. No. Civil rights was something about something important. This is just petty bullshit. People trying to ruin people's lives because fuck it, they can.
Some people try to claim it's justified because it's quote unquote justice, but targeting
Oh,
someone
fuck.
for justice that they did 10 years ago that they probably could have changed from, improved from,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, that's not justice, that's just harassment.
Yeah, it's like the social justice warrior thing. Yikes! Probably shouldn't go into that either.
That's like more political.
Yeah.
But like, I don't get how people like manage. So like with YouTubers, they manage to
fuck.
go through like what's it? I guess like 10 years worth of fucking videos just to find one little thing to cancel them. With like some people, I guess.
People are just looking for this kind of fucking thing.
I bet if quarantine
Like they
didn't
have
happen,
nothing. Yeah.
this would have happened.
I
So
mean, it would still
people
have happened,
would-
but probably not to the extent
Yeah.
it does.
Jesus
Oh, God.
Christ, you hear Dan in the back.
Who stole my strawberry milk?
What the
Probably me tomorrow. Probably a bit slower. And yeah, just a lot slower than that.
That's my biker gang, by the way.
Ah, hell yeah, boy.
Yeah, definitely.
Pandora's
fucking-
box has been opened in Dan's house.
Right. Oh, hell yeah.
What up?
The ceiling.
I saw or heard motorcycles from your freaking mic.
No, that was me. That was...
Ah.
I don't know about motorcycles. You might have heard my dogs barking, but
Oh, that was just dog barking. I thought that was like someone shouting at you.
no, it was the dogs and my older sister yelling at them because they bark at everything and anything. Even like if I go downstairs, like the house will be empty, right? Besides me, and I'll go downstairs to get lunch and they'll start barking because they think there's someone in the house. I'm like, dude, I've been here the entire time.
Hmm.
And then if I open my back door, they'll go bark at the neighbors across the street because they're building shit, so they can see them over the fence because they're like up on top of shit. And they're like, "Oh shit, new people!" And then they start barking. And I'm like, "God, no, that's not how you don't bark at everybody to tell them that they're like, hey, hi, how's it going?" Like, no, you're not a Twitch caster. You're not a YouTuber. You don't need to be anything.
Sorry.
Imagine if dogs started Twitch streaming.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
blushing. Imagine you
You
see
know
them.
how
That's
some
would
people make
encourage the
Instagrams
furries.
for their dog?
Stream more.
You
You know how
see
some
them
people
outside with a
make-
camera,
oh, shit.
selfie stick.
No joke though. I kind of want to teach our German Shepherd how to sit in a chair and then like just have him like chill out when I stream.
No question when that was.
Look how we move from cancel culture to fucking
Ow.
dogs.
Well, because that was on the topic of my dogs barking. I'm sorry. I just thought it'd be kind of cute to have a giant German Shepherd sitting next to me while I stream.
That sounds terrifying.
Nah, he's like a fucking giant teddy bear.
Well, this is an
sounds
interesting
terrifying.
fact. It says right here, narcissists make up the majority of the people who engage in cancel culture.
Mm.
Oh shit! I should probably start investing in some cancel culture then, because I am
An asshole.
And others who do this include immature individuals.
So you just labeled me twice because I am a narcissistic
You
know what?
don't even down for me.
narcotic.
Narcotic, yes, perfect. Exactly what I
Yo,
meant.
I don't think you're as narcissist as some people I've met.
Oh,
I
fuck
don't
me.
even think I am narcissistic.
Like this
Maybe
person.
like a little bit, but not fully. Like I mean, I believe in myself a little too much, but other than that,
I've met people who think the world literally revolves around them.
oh no, I
And
don't
then
think
ask the
that.
dumbest questions I've heard in my life. Like
Any
once they
examples?
asked,
Don't name anyone,
can you catch
but, yeah.
water on fire?
Yes, yes, you can. Just
I
pour oil
mean-
in that.
I was gonna crack a joke about a specific area of the U.S., but I don't want to do that.
Or that.
There's an actual place in the U.S. where they had a
Yeah,
problem with
mhm,
like,
mhm.
trash or whatever, and you could actually light the water on fire, and I was like, oh, that's gross.
Yeah. Fracking.
So polluted that you could
Fracking.
light the fucking water.
I meant pure, just H2O, nothing additional to it.
Oh, and maybe not, but if you can, that's kind of badass.
Feels so scary.
Nah. Just
What's your superpower? I can turn water into hot.
Turn water into hot.
I mean, both of its components are equally as combustible, except hydrogen is like fucking explosive. Why the
I
fuck does-
agree.
I mean, if you heat up a pressurized water container, then that'll explode.
Yeah.
So you guys want to go into your personal experiences as in creators and shit? Go ahead.
Personal experiences with hydrogen.
No, not them.
It's with water.
Yeah, totally going to hydrogen while we're talking about cancel culture.
Yeah, I put it in a balloon once and exploded it, and someone made a joke of it being like Hiroshima.
Double meaning. You
Anyways,
put a cancel culture in there, a balloon, and explode it. It's also here.
so, give me a
You can
sec,
talk
I
about
tried to remember
alinity.
Twitter. No, because that one's still developing. I want to talk about a case that's already happened. Like one that's an open and shut case. Because
Alright.
Alinity, actually, fuck it. Now that you mentioned it, since it's technically an open case and it's still relevant, might as well. So the Alinity thing, right? She hasn't had a great track record. I mean, her cat pretty much involuntarily joined NASA for one day.
Wait,
Her cat's also Irish, apparently.
Hmm.
And also, I now know what Alinity's areola looks like thanks to her fucking up on stream. So, yeah, she's not had a great track record on, what'd you call it? On Twitch right now. She's what I'd call, like, the one that may or may not accidentally be doing this on purpose for, what do you
Attention.
call it? Yeah.
Clown.
But the thing is, from what I see, it's mostly accidents, and I mean everyone has accidents, but the reason why the internet picks on her is because I think it's easy for her to pick on her because she keeps having accidents, and they seem to be spaced out just enough where one might die out and one is starting to get like not, focused on as much, and then bam, new incident happens, creating a brand new thing to make fun of her about. But it's gotten to the point where like people, if a new incident happens, they bring back the old ones too, which it's the snowball effect where it just keeps stacking and it keeps turning into a bigger problem to the point where she actually straight up like broke down on one of her streams not too long ago. Like, straight up like to her fans was like, "Am I supposed to quit? What am I supposed to do? Because every time I hop on, it's just the same shit over and over again.
Oh.
When are you gonna throw your cat? When are you gonna poison your cat with alcohol? When are you gonna flash a titty?" Like, it's the same shit for her over and over and over again, and it's like, it's not her fault in this situation because she even said, she's like, "I'm surprised I didn't even get banned for the one time that I accidentally flashed my nipple." She thought that she was getting a 3-day no matter what, and she didn't. And what the thing is, cancel culture wants her gone, but isn't looking at the actual problem, which is the Twitch admin or whoever that is kind of being like her her
Sim.
White Knight.
hand of God, pretty much in this situation. The one that is protecting her from the actual law, because in my case,
They make her
or at
money.
least,
They make money from her existing.
but like one of the things that I find funny though is like if any other streamer would have done at least just one of the things that she's done, at least a 3-day, maybe a week ban, or even like that specific like stream not getting any money. Like like the thing is the mild,
Demonetization.
yeah, the least, the smallest punishment you can get on Twitch is them taking your money away from streams for a couple days. You can still stream, but you don't make any money. But the biggest one that isn't a full cancellation is like a month ban. Like Twitch can ban you up to a month, and then they can also just straight up tell you you're not allowed back on Twitch. But everyone's complaining about it because Validity seems to be this majestic, I can do whatever the fuck I want and I don't get in trouble for it. And she's even came out and said like, I don't like the fact that I am now this target because whoever is in control of my channel, or whoever quote unquote is like my Twitch moderator that's actually like relevant to Twitch, is kind of like preventing me from getting in trouble because now I'm an easy target. She would have rather taken the 3-day thing because then that means, oh, Twitch is doing their job and she's not the target anymore. But due to the fact that there's some dude simping for her that's got more than enough power to keep her from not getting in trouble, she's now an easy wide range target for everyone to shit on. And that's where cancel culture rolls in because a lot of people want her off of Twitch because she's untouchable, but it's not because she's untouchable herself, it's because someone else is protecting her, and that's why I think cancel culture is all stupid. because they want to cancel the actual person and not the person protecting the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a bigger villain in this situation, but they don't want to hunt out the bigger villain. They want to hunt out, you know, the well-known name, the easy target. And that's why cancel culture is stupid. It's they find anything where they can find an easy target and continue to berate it over and over and over again until
It's like a
they.
fucking high school bully.
That's the best way to describe it. It's if all of your like every high school's bully teamed up together and created this like this online club, pretty much, and they all agree on one target, and then each one takes a swing at that person.
Mm.
It's gross. I mean, I see cancel culture. There is a positive to cancel culture because if you target cancel culture towards the right people that do really bad things online and then act like a good person, then you eliminate bad people that have been hiding under the guise of being a good person the entire time.
You
But
literally just hit on the last point or topic thing.
I know we'll come
Subtopic.
back to it. I just wanted to gleam over it because it lays into my point of why I think cancel culture is bad though, because it's that two-edged sword type mentality where it is a good thing, but people can also use it for bad. Just like cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is the act of hacking a computer. But when you think of hacking, you think of, Dickwad McGee who's trying to jack all your personal information and is like hiding in a basement and is like every 80s movie who's wearing like a full black outfit in his basement type of keypad. But cybersecurity is also hacking, but it's hacking to prevent bad shit from happening to you. And that's the thing that I feel like cancel culture is. It was probably used to get rid of people on the online that weren't the greatest
There
people. But,
is actually a thing called call out culture.
right. And that's the thing is I feel like it started off as what everyone's calling call out culture, but then people started twisting it and were like, oh, we can use the power of this to get rid of anyone we want, and then it turned into cancel culture. And that's why I think it's bad, is because you let it be the judge, jury, and executioner of it. Like, that's the thing. You've given all of the power to the people. There's no trial, there's no, you get to voice your own opinion, there's no this is my side of the story. It's you have fucked up, and the entire world must know that you fucked up. There is no why did you fuck up. There is no is it reasonable that this person has changed over 8 years. It is nope. This person is now bad because of this one small infraction, and that's why I think cancel culture is bad. Is because there's no fighting chance against it. Once you are labeled as someone that needs to be canceled, you are the public enemy pretty much until you either have physical proof or you manage to fall so far away from being, relevant that you can then recover. And that's why it sucks. So there's my take if someone else wants to go.
Josh.
Hmm?
You have any input? Hidoggi, at least?
Not right now.
No. I don't have an experience.
Oh.
Even with that experience, do you have any thoughts you want to put onto it?
Well, cancel culture is kind of ass.
You want to go
You
into
know,
detail, or
I mean,
in detail.
that's
Well,
an agreed upon thought, though. Cancel culture is ass.
it is really ass.
But why is it ass?
Don't just
I
say.
got canceled on Instagram.
hello? Oh yeah,
Yeah, because I posted a thing about
she.
hey, we should listen to like what police think about all this, police
No,
aren't
no, no.
like
Before we do that,
not
no.
all
Go on
fucking
about your
bad.
Instagram. What the fuck happened about your Instagram?
Yeah, I was about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
What?
Yeah, I got canceled on Instagram because I
Yeah, no.
said, hey, police aren't that bad.
Oh shit.
He took a stance on the whole political
Yeah.
situation.
Oh no. Oh Oh fuck. Yep. Oh boy.
So you said along the lines of, hey, in this situation, maybe instead of just all the news focusing on one side or whatever, you want to see both sides, which
Yeah,
is
we'll see both sides. Like both sides are kind of ass, and we've got to see what happened on both sides, not like focus on one and say the other's bad.
exactly why I think catch culture is shit, because they want to do the exact opposite of what you want to do, which is only look at the bad side.
Yeah. So a bunch of people in my comment section, fucking commented and added, what was his name? I think it's let me I forgot his name. It was some
I
guy
wouldn't
that
bring up names
I didn't know his name.
drama.
Yeah, don't name
Yeah,
it. Don't name it. Jesus.
they added this dude that does that cancels people whenever they say anything about like a different opinion.
Shit.
So
A
someone,
slightly
And no,
unpopular opinion.
I wasn't sure if he was gonna get me or not, but he didn't.
but they tried
I was too
adding
small.
somebody that specifically hunts down people that say,
Yeah,
if you support cops, I'm gonna take you out.
yeah.
Oh, that is gross.
Fuck.
They went nuclear on your ass.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They didn't just try to like,
The post
you know,
taken down or
So this is the problem with cancel culture. When you,
that was
it's
some
literally just you're almost a dictator. If someone says something you don't like, you're basically silencing them.
remove it. Yeah.
That's what I discovered. I discovered. Wait a minute. So
it's
this
a
is what
true
this is what it
dictatorship.
is. They're silencing me. They fucking silence me, and I'm not allowed to state my opinion.
Yeah. Now that you say it,
Now
yeah,
it's an attack on free speech.
it
Yeah.
is.
So that made me want to do even more. I was like, hey, how about I post some more shit to piss people off? And I was like, nah, I'll do it. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna
Well,
do
now
it.
you're pushing the envelope, but still, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing though, is like it is a little kind of stupid now that you say it out loud. Like if you look at it, yeah, it's not just we're canceling you because you have a bad opinion. We're canceling you because you have
This is different. It's an
an
unpopular
opinion
opinion.
against the majority. Yeah.
Yeah, so now if you want to say anything else, you can't, because now you have to shut the fuck up or you're wrong.
Shut the
Mm-hmm.
fuck up or deal with or deal with the crowds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
man.
even if you're right, you're still wrong.
Mm.
Like us talking about like now that I think about it, this is more gross than what I originally thought it was. Like normally I was just like, oh, this is just it's just sucky, but no, this is just straight up gross.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Don't worry. I've made a mess.
You gotta be dramatic about that.
Trying to fucking clean something. I made a mess.
Drama king.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
that's all.
Cheerios. Oh,
I
my
don't
spaghetti.
know what happened to
floor.
Lewis.
Uh huh. that's what I was waiting for. Just what happened to Lewis. Uh huh.
I agree.
Oh, for fuck's
Do
sake.
it! I do it! Here it came!
Did you hear anything we talked about, or are you busy doing some stuff?
No, I heard you discuss about cancel culture.
Do you have anything you want to input?
At least he's paying
No.
attention.
Like, to be honest, I'm not really interested in cancel culture, mainly because,
It's just so bullshit.
yeah,
Just want to avoid it.
There's no point being into it, but the problem is it's everywhere.
yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like you even if you want to dodge it, it's still there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you can't go out there and say
was like
what you think anymore. You have to think about what's gonna happen if you say something.
Then you remember
Like,
the drama
like you have to
community.
actually, yeah, you have to
It's
think about what you're gonna say next
yeah.
carefully, so fucking carefully.
Like for example, like I'm afraid to play okay, so one of the games that's coming out that I'm really into is Cyberpunk 2077. But I'm afraid to like play it because of it was already trying to get canceled when it came out because of some of the shit that's in the game. Like the ability to like cuz the idea is it's all cybernetics and stuff, so you can change your appearance and shit, and you can even like uh one of the things that was promoted is you could be a dude and then halfway through the game be like, nah, I want to change my entire appearance and swap into like a half dude or a chick. And a lot of people get mad because they're like, oh, that's just making fun of the trans community. And I'm like,
I
I
don't
want
see
to
how it's
play.
making fun of it.
Well, because like the ads for the body shop and stuff were showing like this very promiscuous woman that had a large
Just call it futa.
right, but the trans community took it as an opportunity to take shots at it. And that's the thing that I'm scared about is like if I play it, I may or may not be easily making myself a target to being canceled because I'm like, oh, check it out. Being trans is literally just like playing Legos. And I'm like, that's not right. That's not the actual statement. The statement of the game is you can be whatever the fuck you want to be, which normal games don't let you do that. You're kind of preset in the male or female character or like nondescript character because they just give you a generic game character name. Like hero or chosen one or something. There's no real like identifier of what you're supposed to be. But this, it's like you can make the character be as close to you or as close to how you want to present yourself as possible. But someone had to take it the wrong way, and now I'm afraid to even stream it because like yeah, it's a cyberpunk game and I'm really into it because it's like the GTA sci-fi that I've always wanted. But who says, oh, you shot this one woman who also has a penis, you are transphobic? Like, no. It was trying to kill me because it's a killer fucking robot, not because it's got a fucking dong. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing is, it's so easy for you to get targeted now because you do one thing wrong. If you play a game, you do one thing wrong, or you say one thing wrong, or even if, like, what is it? Some painter got fucking backlashed because he used the wrong color. And I'm like, what the fuck? Can we all just like chill and become human again? Back when like everyone wanted to help each other and we were all trying to shoot for a greater future for our kids and shit. I like that America. Can we go back to that America?
It was sick.
Yeah, it's fucking rad.
Wish I was there to see it.
But
Quickly hop in the time machine. We're going back to the 1950s.
it just got awkward.
I also agree.
The next Back to the Future movie is gonna be about Marty being canceled.
I'm gonna go back before it was canceled and not post that post. You can't do that. You'll break the time continuum. Watch me, Doc. No, you must stay canceled. Doc smashes the DeLorean. What are you doing, Doc? You can't escape the internet, Morty.
Wait, how did it go from
You must
Back to
stand
the
by what
Future
you said.
to Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty were technically
Well, I said
inspired by.
I said Morty instead of Marty. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I changed one letter and it changed the show.
Canceled. You're canceled because he said that. You're canceled. Get fucked.
Oh shit.
Morty, you're canceled now.
I am
What
not.
the hell, Dan? Your
What?
mic is going like horrible quality.
I know that was the point. I can't drive.
That's
IRL or
completely
in-game?
random, but okay.
No, I'm playing a video game as we're talking right now, and I'm not doing too hot. I should not be behind the wheel right now.
I'm noting that down.
Why do I need to escape from? I didn't do anything.
I'm an idiot.
Canceled because you can't drive.
Christ.
Cancel, subscribe.
I feel like it's the most awkward episode ever. Not
Because
very good talking.
it's dangerous to talk about this. It's so dangerous to talk about this.
It
That's
is. Yeah. No,
That's why everyone's keeping quiet. Because
There are like
It's-
if
50
we say,
different
if we
things
slip up,
going
we're
through my
fucked.
mind right now. I'm just keeping my mouth shut because,
Right, because if we say the wrong thing, then we're fucked.
Yeah.
like,
I
But
mean,
then
I've said
again,
shit.
I don't
we
care.
talked about it
It's
last
like,
podcast, and you guys seem to not care much about it then.
Right, but that was
Last
because it
podcast,
wasn't
I'd been
me.
up for 5 minutes before I joined.
Josh, I'm not talking about you. You're always asleep during podcasts or not even
Fuck
paying
off. Okay, last time I was asleep. Time before that, someone was trying to sleep with me and didn't want to. Moving on.
Uh-huh.
Gross.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. More details? Were they thick? I'm kidding.
It's probably a dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, she left me. But
Dan,
anyway,
you probably should have reacted that way on the podcast. On this
I
specific
got caught off guard. I got caught off guard. I got caught off.
cute.
cancelled for being homophobic.
Well, no, because I said were they
Canceled.
thick, and then I
over.
realized that I was being like, oh, he was sleeping with a woman, they're thick, and then Wes was like, it was a dude, and I was like, oh.
You gotta remember
Yeah.
Josh's bi here.
Hmm.
Sorry, Josh's parents.
Ah,
Literally,
Yeah.
he likes penis. Haha.
And there's a demonetization.
I think my dad watches these, but I don't know.
I don't think. I think you said that it's just your other part of your family.
It's both sides.
Delete.
It's
Every-
maybe a bit more
Delete-
acceptable.
You
But
know
anyway,
what? Delete the episode. Just the whole
Just
episode.
play
Yeah.
that exact part where it announced
Just
Josh's
censor
bi
it.
at the end.
oh for fuck's
Like,
sake, censor it.
They
Just cut this
boosted-
entire section, please.
Nah, just the whole
Yeah.
podcast. Delete the whole podcast. We're gonna get
This whole
canceled.
thing is terrifying. Like, okay, there's so many different things that I want to say, but I have to fucking keep quiet. Because in the past, I've said one dumb thing. Not dumb. It wasn't really a dumb thing. It was just one thing which was slightly controversial, and I've never heard the end of it. I mean, I'm no longer with that group at all. But they never let me live down that. Oh, you said this. I'm like, fuck off. It was
I
not
do
really-
think this might split the community, but I'm not entirely sure on that end.
I think the reason why I'm so comfortable talking about it though is because I feel like people need to talk about it, and I'd
Yeah.
rather be the one that breaks the ice. I mean, yeah, if there's repercussions, it's gonna suck.
I mean, we have experienced repercussions before, and I think second time around, it's not gonna bother us as much as it does the first time around, you know?
Yeah, but I mean,
Maybe not
like,
the other
repercussions suck no matter what because it's a repercussion. But the thing is, it's one of these topics where like people are afraid to call it out because they don't want to be the next target.
I mean,
But I feel like people should call it out because it's not right.
if we end up being the first people to call it out, I think if we end up being lucky, we could become, we could, start a chain reaction.
Yeah,
other people
because I
starting
mean, it's one of those things where it's like people are afraid to call it out because of how powerful it is, and the fact that if you call it out, it kind of turns around and fucking backhands you, and tells you to shut the fuck up. But I feel like in this type of situation, and even during right now, we don't need more problems made by other people. We already have enough problems going on as is. Like, referencing the Game Grumps, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour is now airborne. And
Shit.
we also have this wonderful, wonderful thing where people think that destroying monuments is gonna
Oh,
fix something. But
You've been talking about that could get us canceled.
I'm just like I'm labeling like what's going on right now. Why we should probably stop cancel culture is because like we already got shit happening. That's the thing. Like,
we have more important shit we need to be worrying about rather than.
yeah,
You said
like-
what? Slightly controversial.
like we're like there's small hints towards civil war going on right now. There's we got all this shit going on with across seas. We got this virus happening. Like there's more important shit to worry about than Will Smith said something, cancel him, or PewDiePie dropped the N-bomb, cancel him, or Oprah flashed a titty, cancel her. Like, no. There's more shit we should worry about right now, so then 2020 doesn't end in a fucking fireball.
Mr.
Well, it might
Technical.
end in Fireball because I like Fireball, but still.
Also, just realized we might have to worry about what we say because, and not in terms of that stuff, but in terms of like censorship and stuff in this podcast. Because just because we're talking about a controversial subject, they will not let us monetize it.
I don't care if we don't, or if we're not able to monetize it.
Yeah, you can say what you want, pretty much.
I would rather it be out there and not monetized than us hushing up and it being monetized.
Yeah.
As long as YouTube doesn't take it down, I'm happy because this deserves to be out there, you know?
If it is taken down, that's just an attack on free speech, though.
Exactly. And that's what this entire
It's
I guess
true.
this is where it
It's an
breaks
attack
down.
on free speech, but Google's a
Kind
private
of,
company, so they do have the legal right in the U.S. to do it.
True, but I mean, this is one of these topics though that it's more of a morality thing. Like, how do I put this without pissing the majority of people off? Cancel culture is it's an attack on people because people don't think people can change, which is wrong. Because that's what the whole thing of what a mistake is. It's to learn from it. You make a mistake, it happens, someone tells you fucked up, and then you reflect on it and you better yourself. And that's what a mistake should be. But the internet seems that mistakes are permanent and should be reflected on all the time, 24/7. You should never be forgiven for the mistake you've made. And that's not how it's supposed to work, my man. Mistakes are a learning curve. Like, you fuck up, you say something, you're like, whoops, I made a mistake. Someone calls you out, and you're like, yeah, I know, I fucked up. And then you better yourself off of the mistake you made. You know, it's just, I don't know. I may be rambling, but I just feel like there's specific things that people need to like understand. Is people can get better with time. You just need to give them the time to become better. But if you don't give them the time to better themselves and you berate them because they're not getting better, stop. Just quit. There's no point. The only thing you're going to do is make people sad or hurt them or even make them quit their job that they're doing if they're an online personality. Like, you were literally ruining people's finances. Quit it.
I mean, you don't know what's going on in their lives. They could have, like, every fucking thing is going against them. It could be the fucking last straw. Just saying something like that, fucking just ending their YouTube, right? That could be the last straw, and you don't know what the fuck's happening, and they could just gone.
I mean, I feel like the cancel culture just wants to kick everyone out besides themselves. But I feel like they probably have targeted their own members.
Probably.
To me, they almost feel like piranhas. Like, I know this is a weird comparison, but piranhas will normally eat anything that isn't them in their own territory until there is nothing in their territory, and then they'll start eating themselves for survival. And that's how I feel cancel culture kind of works, is they'll eventually wipe out enough people where people will just play by the rules and they won't have anyone to cancel to the point where they will hunt down each other.
They'll be looking for things where they're slightly out of line. They've changed their opinion mildly or didn't quite share the same with their entire group.
Exactly. It's a weird cycle of we need a view and we need to find someone without that view so that we can then unleash what we think is justice, but everyone else knows it as just wrong, cruelly, just disgusting tactics. I don't know. I'm just cancel culture makes me mad. Like, not mad as in like rage Dan mad. Mad as in like, it hurts my soul mad.
What are your thoughts on their sister movement call out culture?
Wait, no.
I I thought call out culture was what cancel culture was trying to be.
Call out culture and cancel culture are kind of like sister movements, but they don't target people the same way. I don't exactly know the difference because it's not very clear. But I believe call out culture was around first, and cancel culture kind of formed out of it.
It, hold on.
I think call out culture is just finding things they just want to air light to, whereas cancel culture is dedicating to having them removed. It's like militants versus
Apparently, cancel culture.
fuck
No,
what's the other thing?
maybe not.
I thought call out culture was what I was saying, where it was like calling out people that need to be called out, like the people that are actually doing bad things, where cancel culture is just
Everyone.
the toxic version of that, where it's we just want to pick a random person or pick a person that's slightly fucked up. Where call out culture is actually like finding someone that did something bad and doing something about it.
There's a bunch of articles on cancel culture and call out culture, and some say they're the same thing. Some say that they're just variants of each other. So there's no clear.
Well, there probably isn't going to be a clear one because no one wants to ask those questions because of fear of it snapping around and, them being
Attacking them.
yeah. And that's where we go back to is it's fear mongering pretty much.
Oh Jesus.
That's literally what this is. It's online fear mongering. It's if you don't stand within the reason of online culture, uh, get fucked. Like, what are you doing here? Get off our platform. And it's like, that's so gross. It's such a toxic mentality. Like, fucking, I don't know, man. Like, it's made me so mad that I can't even, like, properly, like, be mad at it. It's one of those things where it's like, Rage Dan, he's mad because he knows exactly what pissed him off. Like, it's because I play video games that make me mad. But this type of situation, I'm mad at it and I don't know what to be mad at because all of it is wrong. Whereas Rage Dan, it's because I'm playing a game and like a small mechanic or something's fucked up. Like I can target what the problem is. Cancel culture though, the whole thing is wrong and I can't focus on a single thing and it just it's not good. It's not great. It's not a thing that should exist. I just it, there needs to be something that happens that tells them to just stop.
Ooh, we're back.
Like, there's got to be some way to just like kind of beat in their heads, like, hey, maybe not do that. Maybe think about what the repercussions are of you doing that is.
You did remember the fact that I read out the groups of people who are involved with it, right? Narcissists and immature people.
Right. But people can make immature people mature, and narcissists can learn humility. They just need the right thing to teach them humility. And that may be cancel culture getting canceled. As in the people that are known for being like the
I
top.
feel like if you cancel culture, they'd not believe that it's been canceled and just can't continue to do what they're doing.
Well, I mean, okay, maybe not quote unquote cancel culture, but like have something that kind of shows up and straight up kind of just shrugs it off as a joke. Like something that proves that it's not as effective as it is. Or even just have people start acting like it's not as important as everyone makes it out to be. Like just shut it down by not fueling it.
I think that's what they're trying to do, to be honest.
And I fully approve of that. Like, the only reason why I think cancel culture works is because the second you figured out you're canceled, people start panicking and they try figuring out what they did wrong and they try, doing an apology video or something to like patch up the possible problem that they did. What would happen if you just let it snuff itself out?
They're going to come up with the excuse that you're quote unquote dancing around the BS that you did or whatever. I've seen it happen on Twitter.
Right, but then
I'm not gonna name the friend of mine that went through it. They called out someone who was transphobic, and they called my friend out because apparently they misgendered someone. I'm like, I don't know if that's really the point. Like,
yeah,
a misgendering is an
I
accident,
remember.
but transphobic people, that's not an accident. That's how you view the world.
yeah. See, that's what I'm trying to get at. Is like, there's the difference between someone that's actually not good and someone who slipped up. Because the person who misgenders someone, they can learn the right gender that that person wants to be known, and then eventually, like practice being able to call them by that. Uh, like me,
If
that's
it's
one of the things I struggle with.
that's the issue.
I struggle with uh, calling people who are in the transitioning phase by the thing that they want to be known as, is because I know them by physical appearance, and then they go and say, "Hey, I'm gonna change," and I'm like, "Okay, well now I need to rewire my brain." Like, it's a tough thing for people outside of the situation, and mistakes are gonna happen because if they know you by a specific thing for so long, and then you just flip the coin on them, it's gonna take a while for them to, get back into the routine of calling you something else. But you being transphobic, on the other hand, is you just hate them because they're doing it, and that's wrong. That's wrong on a lot of levels. And that's the situation where I think cancel culture is bad, is because the person that should be targeted, which is the one that physically is going after those types of people because of what they're doing, is gross. But if you're like me, where I understand if you, fuck up and you're trying to do whatever,
Yeah.
and you're, trying to learn the right pronoun, and you slip up once in a while, like, that's cool, I guess. That's okay. Like, that happens. It's the whole mentality of, are you gonna make it a problem where, like, everyone that is wrong in that situation is wrong, or are you gonna make the person that is actually doing something disgusting and making someone feel like shit the actual bad guy? I,
Fuck.
I'm all flustered right now.
I'm flustered.
I don't know, man. Like, us talking about it, there's just like,
Oh fuck! I forgot there's other meaning to that word. Oops.
I'm just in a situation where it's like, you don't need to be focused on ruining somebody because they slip up. Focus on ruining people that deserve to be ruined because they're doing something that's harming the community, not do something because someone decided to say something and they mildly fucked up. Uh, it's the power of eliminating somebody should be aimed at people that have proven themselves worthy of not existing anymore, instead of people that have a choice to be able to fix the problem that
I want
they.
to rephrase that.
I'm trying to phrase it the right way. It's not
Someone
coming out.
who's like actively posing harm to the community, for example, someone who's transphobic, homophobic,
Exactly. Yeah.
racist, etc. And you know they're racist because of their repeated actions, and they're still doing it to this day. Whereas someone who made one error or a couple maybe over like in the past, or maybe they made
Yeah.
an error
Crack a bad
recently,
joke.
it's just a couple of
Yeah.
errors.
Yeah. For example, like the difference between someone continuously coming to, say, a group that is trying to promote, hospitality towards all races and shit, and being racist, compared to somebody cracking a bad joke about race and being like, oh, maybe that wasn't the best time to crack that joke. Like, there's a difference. There's an obvious difference, but in the eyes of cancel culture, they're both one and the same. Sorry, I got thirsty. I wanted to drink some water. I have a big old bottle of water right next to me, and I was like, hey, I should probably drink.
Oh shit! What was that?
feel like cancel culture mainly views it all as once you make an error, that's completely who you are, not if you make it multiple times and, you know.
Yeah, the error defines the person instead of.
They don't seem to understand the concept of, like, making errors is part of being human. If you make errors, it's kind of how you part of being human. It helps you learn and develop as a person. Now, if it's
You
an
want
error that
robot.
you're doing over and over and over, and you're excusing it as an error, you know, like, and you repeatedly do it, it's kind of part of your personality, who you are. And it's not really an error. It's really just, yeah, you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
Trying to find an excuse.
Yeah. Slipping up once and being like, you know what, I fucked up. Yeah, that's okay. Slipping up multiple times and using the excuse that you slipped up over and over again is not okay. Because at some point there is that learning curve of, oh, this is wrong, and now you're just doing it maliciously because you know it gets a reaction.
Hmm. That's exactly the fucking mentality of a high school bully.
Well, I mean, I think we already said that's exactly
Yes,
kind of what they
but
are.
I said it again.
Because Josh
that's
is
what it
clumsy.
Clumsy and still nothing.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it.
Uh-huh.
You guys want to have anything to finish off on?
Strawberry milk is, no, I'm kidding.
Jesus. Lewis, you want to put in, like, a final coin?
I agree.
Yeah, I was about to say I agree with everything that has been said today, and I agree.
Hidoggi,
What?
did you have anything, final coin you want to put in?
Nope.
Okay. So, end this off on a lighter note. I'm gonna try to look for an interview for next podcast episode. If not, I'm gonna just find a lighter topic, something to kind of counter how dark this was.
Next episode, strawberry milk.
Oh my god.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, if you want to research and find all the information you want to get on that topic, go ahead.
Hell yeah!
Let's go like
I'm-
deeper into
oh,
it. The first cup of strawberry milk was made in 19.
Jeez.
Just like some bullshit.
Documentary. Could do one on I mean, you really get excited for Cyberpunk, right?
I could
Ooh.
go off on Cyberpunk if you guys wanted me to, but I feel like I've been kind of taking lead of podcasts recently.
Do you guys have any suggestions before we go off?
I feel like we should do a topic that I know nothing about, and then you guys know a lot about, so then I could.
What if we
kinda-
just study about strawberry milk? We just study about strawberry milk.
Yeah, no, I'm.
We actually study strawberry milk, and we all talk about it.
Are we actually going
That
to do
is
it?
if I don't get an interview.
The table. It's like,
I did not smack my table, someone else did. But
Oh.
if I don't get a podcast, or if I don't get a podcast, if I don't get an interview, then I'll let you guys decide.
Let's get an expert on strawberry milk.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna suggest possibly getting Grindel.
My dad lives in the countryside. His neighbor does some
Crispy
shit
for an
with
interview.
making milk.
Let's get him on. Let's get him on.
I got John Dairygold on the phone.
Jesus Christ.
His name actually is John.
Wait, seriously? I was just making the joke of like any person who owns something because what is it? Everyone does it because of John Madden, so they're like, oh yeah, John Xbox or John Twitch. But fucking, I didn't realize Dairygold's guy was actually named John.
No, the guy I'm on about is.
Oh,
I haven't ended it, by the way. It's still
I
going.
thought you were saying that the Dairygold guy was
Oh
John.
no, I don't know. I was just saying that the guy I know
Alright,
who does that kind of shit was called John.
so.
That's right. Welcome to the only podcast where we'll talk about something dark and then instantly flip it around about who made strawberry milk.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining us.
Hopefully, tune in for next episode. Have a much lighter topic. If you're part of the C culture, don't kill us.
Please don't. We love you, really. No, we don't.
Or do it. Prove our
Just
point
do a
right.
full 180 in the podcast and then say we love you.
Yep, we are cancel culture Nazis. Oops.
Oh, I said the N-word.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, no, he said the other N word. Sorry, don't get confused. There's two N words now.
Okay, okay. I'm actually. You know what? I'll tell that after the podcast.
What? I'm not.
Oh no, no, I'm not saying I'm a
They
Nazi. Holy shit.
probably should have thought that,
That
first.
sounded really bad.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Cancel. Cancel.
No.
Man,
entire
it's
community
sexual
believes that.
and you support. Kidding.
Thank you all for watching. Hope you tune into the next podcast.
No, Nazi.
Later.